Welcome back to Ribbon Candy Hooking. I'm Deanna, and it is time for the Big E. I came and judged the rug division a week or so ago, and the fair is now open, so we are here in this beautiful space where all of the crafts are represented. Let's look for some of those. Here, come make a cameo, guys. Let's look for some of those beautiful rugs that we saw. I'm here with Teddy and our buddy Michael. We're going to It's a beautiful space that they use for the crafts, all of the crafts. So we've got a lot of quilting and stuff over there. It's going to be a question of looking for, oh, I see one of the rugs here. See, they've got everything color sort of coordinated. That is one of the braided rugs there that I thought was absolutely beautiful. I feel like that might be the one, yeah, I gave that one a special donor award for braiding because I thought it was especially exquisite because that little bit of white is so perfectly resolved, you know what I mean? It's like this small filigree piece of white that's going around an otherwise very detailed rug that changes color often. This is a beautiful set of Celtic mats, chair mats, a set of I think 4, beautifully done, absolutely gorgeous in their execution. These are kind of mixed in with other crafts, weaving, knitting, quilting, that make a lot of sense theme-wise. We've got a beautiful, intricate, like Civil War era quilt on the wall, and then we've got the shaped hooked rug. And this is another blue ribbon rug. Getting that beautiful shape is super hard. You see how perfect that border is? It's a super even border. When you fold the rug in half, it's not perfectly symmetrical, and it won't be, because if that border is going to be even, there's going to be a bit of a delay. You know what I mean, on that last round? Here's another beautiful mat that was done, absolutely stunning. This is a hooked mat. That one I gave a red ribbon to, Sister Mary Fallon. She always puts some beautiful stuff in here. It's absolutely gorgeous. These are a couple more of the rugs. I was confused and surprised that this rug didn't make it into my division for judging. This is a rag rug, and for some reason that went in with wovens. I felt that that was not right because this is definitely a handmade rug. This is made with the hands, not on a loom. So I felt that that should have been one of mine, but that's okay. It got a yellow ribbon, which is a special donor award, and it is a gorgeous rug. Let's see if we can find the rest. You know, this is one of those shows where the rugs are integrated with other crafts, and I think that's such a positive thing because you get to see everything put together. It all makes sense contextually when you're seeing a lot of different crafts, you know, in one vignette. Now this was one of my great favorites here of the cat, and it's hard to tell because I'm a little ways away. They've got a fence, right, so people don't touch, which I'm sure they would, but you see how beautifully done. This is Una Hannesberg. I'm seeing for the first time the names. So Una did a beautiful job, gorgeous work in the sky, trotty flowers, right, and you see those little whiskers and the big eyes. There's another stunning mat by Sister Mary Fallon. Just absolutely stunning. Sorry about the music, it's bound to be awful, right? And this is another glorious one. This was one of the most striking ones in the competition, I thought. Karen Merker, you did an amazing job. I know Karen Merker. Beautiful lupines here, right? Lovely composition with this big, heavy moose in the center, but really lightened up by all of these gorgeous, colorful flowers, right? And beautiful purple Mountain's Majesty in the background. Another stunning piece. Those are crocheted. Oh, this is one of ours. Oh, Karen Merker, that's you too. Beautiful footstool, very three-dimensional. Lupines again, I should have gotten that. With a nice bees hive on top. Beautifully done three-legged footstool, but very wide sides. And I love how the sides were as busy as the front. Sometimes with these kinds of footstools, depending on the proportions, sometimes the sides are very small and they don't have much relationship to the image on the top. In this case, it's a very wide side, very tall, right? So we get to have a nice graphic going around the sides, really ties the whole thing together and is a lovely piece. I'm seeing another pretty one over here. This was a nice combo of hooking in the center and braiding around the edges. This is super, super, super lovely. Great design. Beautiful sort of hit or miss work in the sky behind the boats. With this piece, I particularly loved that it's a nautical, but we're not seeing all navies and grays. We're seeing a lot of bright colors. I like the variety of colors in the sails. I like the bright, cool cornflower blues in the sky and the deep kind of inky and turquoise blues in the water. There's a great variety of blues. I also like the way that the braided border goes from dark to light. I think that makes a lot of sense because it creates kind of a glow and a buzz in the center when we get into that central image. It is hard to put the edges on a rug like this, but this is really beautifully done, and it's got the nice rounded corners on it. Isn't that lovely? All right, and here's another one. This is the other one I gave the donor award to. I thought in terms of hooking, Karen, this is you. You did some beauties. I thought in terms of hooking and design, this one was exceptional. For me, this was my favorite one that I'm seeing. I think the design is incredible with this beautiful ornate goat. We just saw the goats with the star and moon. Very magical. And it is, unlike the other ones that Karen did, the border is turned under, and I thought that in itself is a technical detail, but I thought it was brilliant because the gate already is bordered on the sides and on the bottom, you see by the black outline, and then we've got that very sort of filigree top to the gate, and it has potential, a composition like this, to be quite confusing. Not this one. This one is absolutely gorgeous. That gate is sort of holding like a window all of that variety of flowers, so many colors, so many different kinds of flowers worked into this one composition. It is really smart. We've got the tall sunflowers, the tiger lilies, and then we've got the poppies and all the flowers that are lowered to the ground, pansies, lupine, black-eyed daisies, right? These are just gorgeous. So I gave that one the Special Donor Award, Best Use of Color, Clarity, in a Hooked Rug. I just thought in terms of composition, this is really smart, right? We're seeing really a collection of flowers, so colorful and just stunningly pretty. Really, really exceptional. So I'm just coming over, we just left the rug area, and I found Angie here, and she said it would be okay to film you. You are working, nice to see you. You are working on spinning. Yep. And with this, are you doing, you've got the roving, right? This is an estate, right? So you've got the roving, and this is just what kind of a machine?
This is a spinning wheel.
Okay.
This particular one is an Ashford Kiwi.
An Ashford Kiwi?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Super pretty, and you're operating it with your feet. You've got foot pedals happening. Yep. And you put, I'm guessing, a little bit on this part here. What's that called? That part of the...
So this is the bobbin and this is the flyer.
Okay.
So what happens is when I pull the fiber forward, the flyer is going to make it twist together. Yep. And then as I move it forward, it will wrap that amount that I'm moving forward around the bobbin.
Interesting.
So these two move separately from each other.
Interesting. So you have to start with roving. Like, it couldn't just be bat. It has to be a little more refined than that.
I mean, you can spin directly from like raw wool, but it's really messy.
Is it likely to be like lumpier if you do that?
It's going to be lumpier, and it's also going to have like all the oil and the dirt.
I see, all the vegetable matter. Yeah. So this is already in a nice finished state, and it's already a beautiful color.
Yes.
And you must be very good with your fingers at keeping that nice and even, so it doesn't become like clumpy and bumpy and nice.
Yeah, that's mostly what you're practicing. When you spin is how to.
And Angie, when this is done, that's now yarn to be able to use?
Yep, you can use it like this. I will do another pass of it, so I'll take two of them and I'll spin them together to make a 2-ply yarn. Okay. So that'll look a little like this.
And is this when you decide like to say like I'm doing like a lace weight or I'm doing like a sock weight?
Yeah, you kind of start with that too, because this thickness here is going to determine it, but plying will also, like if I put 2 strands together, I'll get a lace weight yarn out of this. If I put 3 together, I'll start to get something
a little bit thicker. Right. Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful machine too.
Thank you.
Looks like, did you do that hand painting on it? Oh, you're so good. That is so pretty. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. This is really helpful to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Camera back on for a second. Angie just said this is one of the shawls, because Angie, you said you have a lot of yarn.
I have a lot of yarn.
And so this is one of the ones that you knit. Yeah. How pretty is that? What's this called around the edge? Is that a special trim, like a fillet or something?
It's a lace pattern. I don't remember exactly.
Oh wow, you killed it.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. So like these kinds of yarns that people submit, do you think they're doing spinning?
Oh, those are all hand spun yarns.
Oh
so
my
there's
gosh.
a spinning category for the Big E, which is either the yarn you spin or the things you knit out of the yarn you spin.
Do you ever look at the yarn and say, oh, I know how they spun that. I'd like to do one like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you can sometimes tell like the construction they use.
Yeah, it takes your experienced eye to say like, oh, I get how that was done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Awesome.
a little bit of practice and you can tell.
And where's your other piece? I want to look at it.
So there's a glass case up in the corner that has the best of division pieces.
Oh, wow.
And I have a different shawl in there.
Oh my gosh, we're going to go look at it right now. Congratulations on the shawls. Thank you. Okay, let's go see Angie's shawl. She was so sweet. There's a lot of photography here. I know they had to cut a lot of it. So this must be where the best in everything is. Doesn't include rugs. I wonder why there's no rugs in here. Now, didn't she say it would be here? Oh, you know what? I bet it's here. I bet it's here. Let's see. I feel like I want to find it now we met Angie. I might need some. Wow, how cool is this though? I don't see it. That is a neat doll, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, I think I found it. I think I found it. We've got some lace and tatting. I think it's called Battenberg lace, right? And the fillet lace. Oh no, this is still lace. God, that's pretty though, isn't it? And then we've got the canning, the jars and the canning and stuff. It's always surprising to me that they don't taste it, right? But they don't. I guess that would pose its own set of different problems. Let's still look for Angie's thing. Okay, it is the lace one. Let's look at that. That really is exceptional. Oop. Oh, sorry. That's okay. All right, let's look at that. Okay, it's got to be that one. No, I don't see it. Wait a minute. It's a lace shawl. Joan? I'm not seeing it. We're seeing some lovely things. Got it. Wasn't expecting it to be there. I think that's it right there. That lace shawl. See that green one right there? So this is a special case. It's behind glass, and we've got some of the best of the best. Oh, there is a hooked rug. I'll show you that. That's another one I wanted to look at. What a lot of fun, right? All these different crafts. There's the yarn. For some reason, that maroon yarn was very, very good. My eye isn't good enough to know why one yarn is better than another, but this is what we want to see, Pine Acres. I think this one is exceptional. So that's Andrea Singer. Absolutely beautiful piece. This is one that I judged pretty like river border. Obviously like somebody's house. You can see the little bear in it, and there's like a either dog or little lamb or something in the front. Really lovely sort of image of a homestead. You see the two top corners with the bird and the pine cone and the distant hills. Just all of those different greens, right? Springy first greens, the more country greens with more sagey blues. Really, really beautiful and happy depiction of the home. That's an exceptional rug. These are not rugs, but I gotta show you how pretty this stuff is. Look at this. It's like got a knit background and some three-dimensional doodling. It looks like lilacs, right? And some needlepoint. Look at that. How magical is that? Christina Hall. Amazing. Oh wow, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That's needlework on wool. And oh wow, I see a quilly in this one. Diane Parker. Gosh, is that pretty? That's needlework. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that quilly on the chin. So cute. Oh, there's some demonstrators here. How nice is that? Oh, wow. And there's lots of quilts. The quilts put the rugs to shame in terms of the volume, right? Everything is just so beautiful. I'm trying to remember if I missed any of our rugs. I'll take one more look around. Just had to stop here because there are some pretty festive things that might inspire you. The holidays coming up quickly. think the kids are done with me. Go ahead. We're here at the cream puff stand, which is a big deal, and they've kind of had it. I just noticed that this piece behind them moves. I'm going to do the outro. You want to be in the outro with me? Sure. All right, here we go. Thank you for joining us at the Big E. What a lot of beautiful arts and crafts. It was great seeing those hook jars and all of the other pieces that are here. Everything decorative is here in this building. We are at the Big E in West Springfield, Massachusetts. I will see you next time on the Decorative Channel.